#2 Billericay 1. Gary, disappointing night for fans and for yourself, I'm sure. What went wrong?
Didn't start the game well enough, Lee, if I'm being honest with you. We made 2 or 3 changes to try and freshen it up, to give us a bit of impetus and a reaction from Saturday. I think I could have made a couple of more changes on the back of the first 60 or 70 minutes Saturday, but I did say to the players that we needed a response, needed a reaction, and I don't think we got anywhere near going until we went down to 10 men. That's the disappointing thing. I think the penalty and the sending off obviously had an impact on the game. It's the last thing we needed with where we found ourselves, in terms of physically. The players are, some of the players are running on empty. And that's why we'll praise the players on the back of the performance tonight, to stay in the game and still be in the game. And as we're getting into the latter stages, but the first 20-25 minutes wasn't what I expected to see, if I'm being honest. We were open and loose and not tight enough, and didn't show any really purpose in our play. I thought there was too many gaps in the midfield. We felt that the system that we picked today would have had a better impact than it did, and the sending off obviously, and going a goal down was all we deserved. I don't think the performance warranted any more. They should have been 2 or 3 up beforehand. So, did we get a reaction once we went down to 10 and 1 down? Yeah, I think we did. I felt, the boys showed a bit of resilience, and as I say to you, physically, shot to pieces at the moment. We've again needed to make another change defensively, but to still be in the game in the 93rd minute is really credit to the players. I can't speak highly enough of them. They've with 10 men, they've left absolutely everything out on the pitch. They've relied on a goalkeeping performance of the highest order, of course. Disappointed with the second goal as well, but it's hard to criticise today when they've put so much in, when they're physically really being challenged at the moment.
It's 2 tough results, more injuries.
Yeah.
How do you pick them all up from that?
Yeah, well, listen, I think the injury situation, listen, I'm sure upstairs are asking questions like I expect them to, but all the injuries that we're picking up outside of one are, have being picked up in games, and you can't legislate for that. We are picking up our fair share. Of course we are. We're hoping Louis isn't too bad. That's the feedback I get in the changing room. But I didn't expect too many stages this season that we would we'd serve up back-to-back defeats in the league. I think we've been really resilient and tough to beat and tough to play against. But I think the schedule, the last 3 or 4 week schedule, with the injuries we've had, returning players not fully cooked and not where they needed to be, have really challenged us, and we've maybe not dealt with that as well as I would like. Some of the youngsters and the younger players within the group, at this stage are being asked plenty of, and the senior players that I'd like to be dipping in and dipping out to look after them, I'm not being able to. So at the moment it's tough. It's tough to be serving up for the supporters back-to-back defeats, but we've got to show a good response. We've got to recover well and get ourselves ready for tough opposition Saturday, and that's the only way I know how to work is to dust ourselves down, turn the page, and focus on the next challenge. And the next challenge is a tough one with a squad that's mentally and physically really sort of at a minimum. But listen, we'll pick them back up, we'll get them where they need to be, Lee, and we'll need everyone to very much stick together, both on the terraces and in the change room, which I'm sure they will. These boys, as I've just said to you, it's very hard to criticise when they've left so much out on the pitch with 10 men, and everyone to get behind them on that front, and I'm sure they will.
Thanks very much, Gary.
You're welcome.